In this section, we find the development of unions. They have had tenuous history, especially in this period. They're really fighting from a difficult position. They're looking for increased wages. They're looking for better working environments, improving their conditions. They're fighting against the big business leaders who are using methods like ironclad oaths and yellow dog contracts to prevent unions from arising in their companies. And so there's a number of issues for the unions as they try and create some sort of structure in that time period. What we see over here is the first union. There's an international one, the International Workers of the World. The Wobblies, you'll see here it says, the hand that will rule the world, one big union, meaning if they all come together, how could they lose? There's no power that could overcome the people. And that's what they kept trying to drive for their membership. That's how they would convince people to take part and join it. Workers were a little worried, though, because if they did join and they were found out, they could be blacklisted. And that would deny you from getting an opportunity at another job if something were to happen to you, if you were laid off. So there was a number of risks associated with joining a union, which is why they are also challenged in that respect. But we do see a couple of unions. The National Labor Union, I gave you an image right here. This is who they are. So keep in mind that's their symbol. You've got the AFL, which is led by Samuel Gompers. We'll see him in a second. Remember, see here, hours, labor. Those are the things that they're fighting for. And all of these attempts at organizing the working force were challenged by not just the businesses but also the government. They fell victim to the Sherman Antitrust Act that looked at as a union, as a business or a business type, and therefore came under the restrictions there. And so they faced a number of challenges. It won't be until early 1900 when they really do finally get their position. And this guy here, one of the big distinctions is that Samuel Gompers is focusing his union, the AFL, on skilled labor. And they're restrictive. They don't like blacks. They don't like women. They like white skilled workers. And that's who they represent. The NLU, or the Knights of Labor, were much more open in that respect. And one of the issues they deal with are the riots or the incidents like the Haymarket Square bomb that gives the unions a bad name, and the people actually look at them negatively. So it won't be a while until they're able to kind of change that image. Their efforts at trying to improve, though were limited in that time, were very important in the long scheme, because that's what got us to where we are today, where we have the unions. They are negotiating on behalf of the people that they represent in an effort to create a better working environment. And a lot of people don't like unions. They don't like it because they sometimes have the rep that they protect inefficiency, that they protect poor workers, and that they restrict progress. Whatever the reason may be, unions have played a significant role in this history of our country, and at that time was a very difficult foundation for them, but albeit a very important one. You'll see here that the number of workers involved, I mean, it's pretty impressive. By 1900, it'll be a lot more. And a lot of their work did result in Labor Day, which is a nice holiday for all of us to enjoy from their benefit. But it was the reaction from the big businesses who were reaping all the benefit and providing none of it to the employees. So that was why the unions kind of started, and that's what their focus is all about. So it's about working conditions, all of that, whatever it may entail. Like today, it includes health care, something they never really thought about back then, although they did try to get working man's compensation if they did get injured on a job, so that at least you wouldn't be out while you were getting healed.